Alright, so I think this should be recording now. Hi, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Ian Scott, and I am a musician here in Wilmington, Delaware. The reason that I'm posting this little vlog is that I have been thinking a lot in the wake of the Orlando shooting. And a lot of these hate shootings and hate crimes and whatnot that have been going on recently, and it's had me thinking for a couple of weeks now, and I've kind of wanted to make some type of response that maybe myself and the people that I know and care about, or that care about this cause as well, can send to their congressman or senator, or just somebody, maybe a mayor, somebody that they know that's influential in making laws come to pass. You know what I mean? Because we really need to start changing some things when it comes to gun control and an overall feeling of safety when one leaves their house. So I wanted to make this this vlog, but I've never really felt myself confident talking off the cuff, at least in regards to sounding eloquent or even intelligent. I may or may not edit that out of the video, but I thought, if you don't sound very good talking off the cuff, why don't you just write something scripted? And then I thought to myself, it probably won't sound that genuine or even good if you just write some scripted speech and then read it off, because, I don't really have time to be memorizing this whole thing, because there's a lot to say, is the thing. There's a lot that really does need to change, and there's a lot that I do have to say. So what I came up with is this little poem. It's only about 2 1/4 pages. On my little phone notes app, but I titled this "Speak Out," and I really wanted to read this for you guys and ask that, if you do like this poem, please share this, post this on your Facebook, on your Twitter, on your Instagram, whatever. Just talk to your friends about this, and also send this to your local congressman or senator or state representative, and tell them you want some gun reform laws, and you want some laws protecting the LGBTQ community, and all communities, really. Every type of person should feel safe and protected from hate and discrimination in their home. So if you wouldn't mind letting me read this, I hope that you enjoy my response to the Orlando mass shooting. Another funeral. Scratch that, another 50. Another 50 souls who didn't get home safely. Another year when nothing's done to make our country safe from guns, safe from hate and discrimination, a curse that's always plagued our nation. Safe to date who you want to date, and safe to captain our own fates. I fear so much for my daughter or son that once they're born, still nothing got done. Now, I have always been an ally of the LGBTQ. Start over. Now, I have always been an ally of the LGBTC, but recently I realized that meant so much more to me. All it took was a new POV to see how this all applies to me. See, recently I joined the cause after learning who I was. A man who transcends categories, a man with power to write his story. A man who needs not a definition or some sort of wild societal recognition to accept who he is and love himself for it. To know what he wants and always go for it. Sexual fluidity is my subscription. To love who you love, a simple definition, but one that somehow causes fear in those who'd rather label us queers. For 20 years, I lived with pressure to only love the other gender. To be who everyone thought of me instead of who I ought to be. So now I take this back to rights, both human and civil, both black and white. What's it matter what we do at night? In our beds with dimming lights. How does that affect your life? How does So now I take this back to rights, both human and civil, both black and white. What's it matter what we do at night, in our beds with dimming lights? How does that affect your life? How does who I love bring you strife? Equality is all we've ever asked, so our kids don't grow up wearing masks, hiding from who they really are and fitting to a mold bizarre. Bizarre how something so arbitrary has led 50 families to cemeteries, burying such beautiful souls just because they don't fit a mold. How much longer can we stand by and let our brothers and sisters die? How much harder must we fight so we can sleep in peace at night? No fear, no worry for our friends' safety, the comfort of knowing they'll come home safely. This poem isn't just to remember Orlando, it's to remind each one of us to keep our hands out. For we all know and love someone who next time could be on the other end of that gun. Once again, if you really enjoyed that poem, or if you agree with me, or even just are sympathetic to the cause, please just help us get the word out, because things need to change. And as I said in the poem, I'm sexually fluid, or some of you might like to call it bi if you're categorizing it, which is kind of what sexual fluidity is against, or in contrast to. Anyway, yeah, this was my first time coming out to my parents, so surprise, guys. Things need to change. I don't want my kids to go through the same thing as all of us have had to, and they shouldn't be scared to leave the house just because of who they are. Thanks.